This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today I'm using a new camera, but today we're talking about a special subject and I'm really excited about it. If this looks a little blurred out, don't worry, I'll make some adjustments on the camera as we go. But today we're talking about a subject that I have been working on for quite some time, and that's Twilight Imperium, a bunch of solo rules. Now, I have tried to figure out how to play this solo. Mainly because I love this game and I refuse to sell it, and it's just one of those games that needs to be in your collection. Fantasy Flight did an awesome job with it, and you know, from the original all the way to what it is today, the 4th edition. I've got that, the expansion. I just refuse to get rid of it, and I always wanted to try solo. I'm a type of person that never mind playing chess by himself either. I was always able to shut off the gray matter a bit. So I tried a bunch of different things, and finally I decided to go online and try to find something. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to talk about what I found, and then we'll come back on the other side and we'll talk a little bit about this and some of the plans that I have over the holiday season, since I've taken almost the whole month off. And we can I can do a lot of things that I really want to do. So let's go on the table and check out some of these. So I've been messing with this for a while, trying to get a feel for it and add some things to it, and I will. The first one I want to show you is from Cardboard Strategist. You can just go, you can type that into your Google machine, of course, and it's going to show you solo rounds 1 and 2, which is really neat because it's beautifully done. Right here you're going to see some of the variant that you can get at Board Game Geek for this and how they work this out, and I really think this is really interesting how it's done and what it's going to do. And by pulling this out, okay, it explains how this person played this one particular army and then what they faced and how they went about each and every move of the first 2 turns, and it gives you enough information where you can kind of get going and understand what they're trying to do with the rules that are provided by the link that you'll see there. Okay, and I always think the visual part of this really works well, and then you understand the rules and how it plays out and how you're going to do things using the solo rules that are provided by the link that they have. So really cool addition. The second one is, if you type in Richard A. Hart, he has his own site. It is Twilight Imperium 4th edition solo rules. Okay, and these here are just very well put out. The thing with this one is, okay, and what I really like about it is that, you know, you have choices as the bot, but there are just certain things that the bots never do. A bot never gains or uses objective cards or action cards. Okay, no problem. Takes a little out there. A bot does not have a strategic pool, a tactical pool, and a fleet pool. Is set up normally 3 tokens in both. Okay, not a problem, right? So that's going to help you. A bot does collect trade goods and commodities as per normal rules. A bot does, so it tells you what the bot can do and what the bot can't do. Controlling the bot can be a bit tedious, but you know, in all honesty, these are just really good rules, because everything here is just spelled out for you so perfectly and done so well by this particular gentleman that I really enjoyed this. There's a couple things that I'm changing or trying, and again, I try to break it before I want to do this live, and this is just one of those things. You know, you could production, tactical actions when you go on offensive. Okay, all the different terminologies that you know, making sure that you understand things. the voting agenda, how you work a bot into that. And playing with two bots and yourself, I think is more than enough, because there's just a lot of things and you're constantly in the action, and it does feel a little like playing chess by yourself sometimes. But if you're able to shut things off and just say, well, I know they're going to try to do this, so why don't I try to defend against this, and then have to make yourself make a different decision. So, really looking at things in a different light. This is spelled out very, very well, and I really suggest, there's a couple other out there that I plan on checking out, but these two really have had stood out for me. This one by Richard A. Hart, and then this one here, which takes rules from Board Game Geek file page, solo variant bot players. Okay, and I like having this while I was reading through and seeing how the rounds work. And Cardboard Strategist did a great job with this. So it's something I really, really, really suggest. And just jot those two things down: Cardboard Strategist to type into the Google machine, and Richard A. Hart, Twilight Imperium Solo Rules. They'll pop up. They're right there. And you'll find that these are good. Also go to Board Game Geek, and there are some out there. Some of them just seem like works in progress. These seem pretty good, and again, I'm still working with a lot of stuff, but this is a game over the holidays that, hey, if you got some time off and you got a day to burn, some solo rules here for Twilight Imperium 4th edition, hey, why not, right? Let's go up top and get my final thoughts. Now, I really like both these sets. One is a little fiddly and I'm messing with, and the reason I haven't done this live or done this tape is I'm really working out a bunch of things with this, and I'm starting to get somewhere, and this is very exciting. Listen, this game isn't meant to play solo, but there are just times you want to play this game and you just don't have the people to do it. And sometimes, instead of playing against a second player, at least this kind of starts to give you some kind of thing where one person can control one AI and another person control another AI. Of course, using these rules where they're completely fair, just so there's some kind of constant motion in the game. And I think it works best with 3 players, and I think it does a great job. And even if you have another human player, like I usually have my son, at least some of this stuff you can use as an AI. One turn he can do it, on another turn I can do it. And there's always constant motion, which is really good for probably one of the greatest space epilogues out there. I mean, this thing, as far as 4X games, kind of sets the standard. Space Empires, I love to death, and is one of my favorite, and will always be over this. But this is just a classic, and I really like what it does. Again, if you didn't catch it earlier, Richard A. Hart, you want to go just type that in, or type in Twilight Imperium Solo Rules to get these rules here. And for Cardboard Strategist, well, I think I said it all. Really nice job that they did with this. And I like what they did on both these. And out of everything that I've seen and people trying to do things, these two really create a foundation that you can really build off of. So I really think it works very, very well. So expect to see some Twilight Imperium solo here at Rob's Tabletop World. And go over to the internet, go check out Cardboard Strategist and Richard A. Hart, and go to his site. Everything's downloadable, and I think you'll find this very, very interesting, and add to what is maybe it'll cause you to pull out this game and have some fun. And for me, that's the most important thing. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob.